What's up, guys? Today we're gonna hit up some garage sales. I'm just gonna grab some money and we'll see how it goes. The last garage sale that I went to was better than the previous month, so let's hope we can keep that up. So come along and see what I can find. Welcome to my channel, guys. If you're new, I'm ABC Matt, and I go to yard sales, estate sales, find undervalued items and sell on platforms like eBay, Poshmark, what have you.
Okay, thank you.
So it looks like there's some garage sales that have stuff actually for me to resell. It's actually looking to be getting better, which is a good thing. But soon enough, it's going to just be estate sale only. So prepare for that. So this one I sworn I went to before, where I bought the Ninja Turtle figures and Japanese animation models. Could be wrong, but it looks familiar. I was talking to somebody and they said they don't think they had one last year, but I think they did. So this particular one, they have interesting items here. Nothing that I would resell unless you know something about the dinnerware. But shoes, I try to stay away from the shoes. It doesn't move that fast for me. As much as hats took a slide, it looks like it's picking up again with sales. So I actually would pick up this Carhartt hat. Now there was other hats in the box as well. But I was looking at these Bose headphones first. The earpieces were worn to hell, so I passed on those. There was another one here, also worn to hell, so I passed on those. But there were other hats in here that were good. There was a baseball one. The Blue Jays one was really bad shape, so I didn't pick up the Blue Jays one. But the LA Dodgers, I passed on that too because it's more of the modern kind, so I passed on it. But then this dog hat, it's a different kind of material and it's foam inside, so you know it's pretty vintage. So I picked that up. And then there was other hats in here that were intriguing as well. That one's not that great, but there was this one, and this one was it looked intriguing, so I said let me pick that up as well, because I would figure that the hats wouldn't cost too much, so if I get a decent amount of them, I could work out a deal for them. And then there was this Diamondbacks hat, and this one's from the All-Star game. I think it was 2018, so still good condition as well. So I said, let me pick that up as well. So all in all, those are the hats I found in the boxes. Pretty decent condition. And like I said earlier, that the hats sold really well in the past, died out a little bit, but the hat sales are coming back again. So I'm picking up some hats. So again, any hat that has a foam insert, is made of corduroy, has a rope on the top brim of the hat. Those are like the old school, really old school hats.
How much is
so
the hats?
Those are the ones that you want to pick up, especially the ones with a good kind of decent looking, intriguing print on them. Most of the time you want to pick those up. You could buy them cheap, and then you could just get a good profit margin off of them. So that particular garage sale, all I picked up was the hats. They had other intriguing stuff, but it wasn't for me. Now this one, they promoted that it was a big sale, so I'm here to just check it out. Skip the clothing for now. I'll go back to it later, but I want to look at the hard goods first. This table, I didn't see much here, if anything, other than the typewriters. If you know, in the past, I did sell typewriters of that nature, make a decent score on selling those, but they were heavy as hell. So I didn't pick up those typewriters. This table here didn't look too much as well. So it doesn't look like, just by the glance, it didn't look like anything that was worth reselling so far. Is it a big sale? It's your perspective, I guess. But to me, it didn't seem like it was that great of a sale. But I'm still looking over here. Quick reminder, as you see me look at the stuff around here, please, if you could like, subscribe, and comment on my videos, it'd be great. Appreciate it. 1.5 is my next goal to hit in subs, and every 500 subs I'll do a giveaway. So we're getting close to it. Took a little bit of a setback, but hoping to move forward and get to that, reach that particular milestone. So tell your family, friends, if they could subscribe, it'd be great. And subscribing is free. Doesn't cost you anything, but it helps me a lot. So I'm sure you heard it from other YouTubers. It does really mean a lot. And I'm still trying to push those view hours as well. So if you could do me a favor and watch my videos in the past and the ones I have in the future. Thanks, guys. Now, some people say that you shouldn't comp things out on your phone at garage sale, because they think it might be a little bit rude. But you know what? I think they're reading into it a little bit too much. You know, people who have garage sales are just trying to sell what they have, right? So if you look things up, I don't know, maybe it'd be a potential sale. So I don't think they mind too much of you using your phone. And you know, if they ever ask you, say you're a reseller, there's no big deal to it. You don't have to hide something like that. Morning. Good. Now they had this Xbox 360 here. I think the asking price for it was a little too high. Consoles in general haven't been selling that great, in my opinion. The games is one thing, but the console itself, it's hard to sell. I'm looking at this Rock'em Sock'em. It's not the old one, it's the remade one after looking at the year of it, so I passed on that. And then you had a haunted thing in the box, you know, me and dolls. You know, if I pick something like this up, it's gonna kill me in my sleep. So I pass on the doll as well. That air fryer at the bottom, I wasn't sure if that would sell. I'm sure if I, parted out, it would sell, but didn't bother. I was looking at those knives on the floor as well. They're not Cutco knives. They look like more mass-produced knives, so I didn't pick those up either. Now, normally these lucite grapes, there's some value to it, but unfortunately, one of the grapes fell off, and I didn't want to touch that anymore. I didn't know how fragile it was, so I'm like, never mind with that. So I'm going to this other table, and the thing that intrigued me was this bowl. This bowl it's like sort of like a yin yang thing, and the smaller side is made with mother of pearl, and that has some value to it. But the thing that is not going for it is the bottom of the bowl is really scratched up to hell, so I didn't pick it up. Now when I looked at the comps, the sell-through rate is also not great. There's a lot of them that are listed, but not many have sold. Thought about taking a chance on it for $5, but decided to pass on it because I don't know, the scratches in the bottom of the whole thing really turns me off, so I passed on it. But it's a nice piece though. So I'm finally looking at the clothes. Now the clothes, I'm really strict at what I would pick up and what I won't. But just looking at it, there was one polo shirt that intrigued me, which was a Barstool polo shirt. It was a good size. I think it was a 2XL, which sells, by the way, anything large, extra large, 2XL or higher. They go faster than if you had a small or medium. But there was this Barstool polo shirt that I looked at, and it looked okay, but in closer looking at it, there was a little bit of a snag on the shirt. Um, so I pass on it because I don't know. You guys let me know. Does the Barstool clothing sell? I have no clue. I heard of Barstool. I know who they are, but I wasn't sure if they sell or not. So you clothing resellers, let me know. What didn't show in the video is that I picked up some brass pieces. They didn't go for much, but they didn't ask for much either. Now this is another yard sale, which is odd because you had to go into a house.
So everything in this hallway is free except for this.
Okay.
And this is $20.
Okay.
And the last drawer for it is right there.
Gotcha.
Okay. And I'm going to give you a tour. Okay.
All right.
Do you mind?
I don't mind. It's free, right?
The tour is free. So all the furniture that you see down here is for sale.
Okay.
Including this, which comes apart in 2 pieces.
All right.
It's a great piece. I'm moving upstairs, and it can't go up the stairs, or I would be keeping it.
Yeah. It's a shame.
The gas stove is for sale. If you know anybody who wants one.
No, but it's pretty.
Cabinetry.
Mm-hmm.
This dining room set, which has 2 leaves and table pads.
Okay.
And it's a really old Portland piece of history. It came from, in 1952, there was a monastery called the Monastery of the Sacred Blood that closed down.
Okay.
And this came from there.
Ah, okay.
Right.
Cool.
And the piano, if you know anyone who wants it, I would donate it because otherwise it's going to go to the dump, which will break my heart.
That's a shame, yeah.
All my kids learned to play piano on that.
Oh, man.
The shelving is for sale as well as everything on it.
Okay.
Sofa's for sale. That's a sofa bed. It's for sale.
Okay.
Lamps. This is for sale.
Mm-hmm.
And all the artwork that you see.
Okay.
And crazy baskets everywhere. You have some I have some camera stuff. Maybe you have
Oh, yeah, maybe, yeah.
Maybe. So, this is a professional Polaroid camera, and it's in perfect condition. It's got all the stuff in it.
I'll take a look at that.
This is just a little.
Mm-hmm.
But this is photographic paper and stuff. I don't know if you print your stuff.
I don't need the photographic paper, though.
And then this is some really cool art photos
Oh, wow.
by Chuck Lindberger. He's a local artist.
Yeah.
Have you heard of him?
Yes, I have.
Okay. So these are for sale too.
Okay.
And
Great.
I just haven't had a chance to spread them out yet.
All right.
I'm about to do that.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it.
You're very welcome.
Nice lady. Good salesperson, I would say also. I end up only picking up that Polaroid camera. Nothing else really here for me. The Polaroid camera, initially, my brother-in-law wanted an old school Polaroid camera, but then he ended up getting one himself. So I was like, okay, now I'm stuck with it. But I guess I could resell it. Not a big deal. It's still like she said, it's still in decent condition. Has the manual, has the booklet, and the box. So I'm gonna end up selling it. For you resellers, have you sold Polaroid cameras before? If so, how slow was it to sell it? Did it take a long time or did it sell pretty fast? Let me know. I usually don't pick up Polaroid cameras for some reason, but due to the fact that my brother-in-law didn't want it and I had to resell it, so there's that. I'm looking around. I didn't see anything else here. There was a Scrabble over here that looked intriguing. It was made of wood. It was like a trifold game storage area, and it looked old, not too old. When I did Google Lens on it, I think they said something like it was 2003, but it doesn't go for much. It goes for maybe in the teens. I was very surprised by that. I thought it would go for more. That baseball thing on the floor, I mean, if I had room for it, I would have picked it up, but I looked that up as well, and that doesn't go for much either. So there's a lot of stuff over here. It doesn't go for much value, which I'm very surprised because these stuff look pretty old to me. But anyway, like I said earlier, the only thing I picked up at this house was really this Polaroid camera. If my brother-in-law didn't want it and didn't didn't even mention it, probably wouldn't even pick it up. So there's that. Now, if I had room, sure. I mean, I would have picked up some of the furniture, but I have no room for that. But in the city itself, there's a lot of mid-century stuff. A lot of stuff in still good condition. If I had a house, I would get it. But unfortunately, no. Nothing else over here that I saw. But again, if you see anything I miss and I should have picked it up, please let me know.
She visited that artist.
Oh, that's probably
That's not a puzzle, but she visited him when she was here.
As you can see, I'm still apprehensive picking up something like this Polaroid. I had to double check and look at it some more. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. This is pretty much the end of the video. I'm going to show you my haul and the comps. And again, please hit that like and subscribe. Getting closer to 1.5K, and we'll do a giveaway every 500 subscribers. Thanks, guys. So again, I'm going to show you the haul and the comps, and hope to see you in the next week's video. So first up, we have this Carhartt hat. Still in decent condition. It's a snapback. Make sure you mention that in the hats. And then show the insides of the hat, because they're going to ask you to take a picture of the inside. Then we have the Arizona Diamondbacks hat. It's from the All-Star game in, I believe, 2018. And again, it's a snapback. And then the inside was really good condition. Still has the holographic sticker. Then we have this undercrown. It intrigued me. I mean, it has like that fleece material, and it's Starter is an old school sports brand, so that intrigued me as well. Then we have this dog hat. I mean, everyone loves dogs, right? It has a rope on the top brim, and it has a foam insert, so it's pretty old school. Then we have the brass figurines that I didn't mention earlier, that didn't make the video, but you want to do the measurements, because they're going to ask you about the measurements. It's made of brass, and that's pretty much it. You want to show all the angles and everything and the measurements. And then finally, after the brass pieces, we have the Polaroid camera. Again, it's not something I would pick up, but due to the circumstances, I have to sell it. It's still good condition, has all the doodads to it. So now is the comps. Thanks for watching, guys.